Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the Farm Chief YouTube channel. My name is Dipatoka Terega, the Farm Chief, here at the Farm Chief College. I wanted to share with you only these days. I want to share with you the good varieties of seeds, which type of seed you to use to get good harvests. That's what we are looking for. This time around, we don't want to just engage into farming yet getting losses, yet getting nothing from our sweat. So what I'm yearning for these days, I want you to know which good variety of seeds you, a farmer, to use, you, a maize grower, to use, you who is yearning into farming, how can you get profit? So this time round, at our demonstration garden, this is our maize demonstration gardens, I want to show you the only, okay, not the only, but one of the best good maize variety that you should use, and that is DKC 9089 and 777 DK 777. That's what we are going today. Still, I'm with the #1 distributor, that is Faith Agro Inputs Uganda Limited. That is Mr. Ambrose, the director. Is going to teach us how, when, and what to do to get good harvests after getting a good variety of seeds, basically in maize. Welcome, Director Ambrose.
Thank you very much for our dear viewers. Here we are at our demonstration garden. Basically here we are trying to, in our effort to transfer the knowledge from the technical side where we are and share that knowledge in order to be able to transform our dear growers to produce exactly the same. Now, what are the key highlights the grower is supposed to look at? Number one is the variety.
Variety.
Yes, what you are seeing here, it's a very good variety of maize seed called DKC 9089.
DKC 9087 89.
What are the attributes of DKC 9089? Number one, it's a very fast growing variety. Now, it also takes back to our major objective as Faith Agro Inputs is we need to be able to break the science or to simplify that science in a language that our grower can be able to understand. So when you look at these varieties, it's almost giving between 2, 3, 4 cobs.
Actually, I'm not seeing any plant that has only one cob.
Yes.
At least there are 3, there are 4, there are 2.
What are we trying to communicate? Time without numbers, we've always talked about, taught our farmers that if you planted DKC 9089, you are able to harvest between 35 bags to 45 bags of maize. So
in
that
an
is
acre?
Yes, in 1 acre.
I beg your pardon.
In 1 acre, you will get between 35 bags to 45 bags of grain. You see, when you talk of grain, we are looking at those 100 kilogram bag.
Of how many kilograms? Because
100 kilogram bags of moisture content 13.5%. Now,
people, they get
now how do we arrive at that? It is simple logic. You know, in Uganda we have a very big challenge whereby most farmers, number one, they don't know the size of an acre.
Actually, now, what is the size of an acre?
When you ask a farmer what is the size of an acre, he'll tell you for the first answer that comes into
those 210
is
feet.
Is the football pitch. But the size of an acre, my dear, our dear farmers, you need to get 40 meters width and length of 100 meters. That when you get a total area of 4,000 square meters. That one is 1 acre.
I beg your pardon. To get an acre, you get 40 meters,
40 meters
width
and 40 meters length.
You mean an acre is not a square?
An acre has never been a square. It can be a square, but ideally, for farming, for the purposes of farming, it can never be a square.
It can be a square in spots.
There are 3 parameters through which one can get an acre. Number one, as I've already said, is 40 meters by 100 meters.
Width?
Number two is 50 meters by 80 meters. Still we get the same answer, 4,000.
50 meters by 80
80
meters, still that is an acre.
Yes, the third method is 66 feet by 660 feet. When you get the sum of all the three formulas, you will get the same answer.
I had someone saying that if you get 210 feet by 210 feet, that is an acre.
That is not an acre. That is not an acre.
Is it bigger?
210 times
Feet.
210, eh? That is 210, that is 21 times 21. That is around 44 something. Eh?
So it's
it
bigger.
It is slightly less than an acre. So
Hey.
yes, it is slightly less than an acre. So the right way to determine the size of your acre, my dear farmers, is either 40 meters. A simple way.
40 meters?
Yes, because a farmer is unable to comb through the bushes to count 210 feet. At the same time, he's unable to comb through the forests and the hilly terrains to get a square of 210 feet. But with meters, a mere stride is 1 meter. So you can make 40 strides width, 40 strides what? Length. That is 1 acre. Now, when we are talking of meters, we go ahead and translate into feet. Remember, when you ask me, Ambrose, how do we do the spacing? I'll tell you 30 by 90 centimeters. Okay? Or 1 by 3 feet. Now, when you are talking of 1 meter, you find that there is a lot of decimals. And with a whole, without measurement, you can't ascertain the decimal in it. So what we are looking at is to ensure that we simplify the easiest way on how a farmer or how a grower can determine the size of an acre in a simplified manner. So, our dear viewers, 1 acre, you measure 40 meters by 100 meters, that is 1 acre. Or you can measure 50 meters by 80 meters. You still get 4,000 square meters, and that is 1 acre. After that, you now convert
into feet.
Now, when you take 4,000 square meters, we multiply by 10.89. 4,000 times 10.89, we get 43,560 square feet. Once we have that square feet, now it can fit very well in our planting instructions of 1 feet by 3 feet. That means when we do 1 feet by 3 feet, each acre will be able to give us 44 lines, and each line should have 330 holes.
Each line should have
330 holes of 1 feet apart.
How many lines in an acre?
44 lines.
44 lines in an acre with...
Each line has 330 holes. So in total, we shall be expecting a plant population of 14,520 holes in an acre. Each hole we put 1 seed.
Ambrose.
You know you people.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
When I talk of mathematics,
Ambrose, I'm always down where those people are.
Yes.
I'm the farm chief.
Yes.
People, they usually do this. At least they are saying in each hole, you should at least apply, or you should put or plant there 2, at least 3, 2 to 3.
I've always seen that. What is the implication? Yeah? They are making seed companies richer while becoming poorer. As Faith Agro Inputs, we believe in one analogy: 1 seed, 1 plant. And that is why we take our time to ensure that we deliver to you seed that has a germination percentage of 100%. Whereby, when you are dealing with Faith Agro, be sure Now, as I was saying, 14,520, my dear farmer, you will need 6 kilograms of DK 80, 90, 89 or 6 kilograms of DK 777. That one saves our grower extra 4 kilograms. Now, the proceeds from 4 kilograms can pay labor for like at least 4 workers. Yeah? 4 workers, labor would be sorted. So assuming you have 5 acres. Now, if you have 5 acres, you would have saved money equivalent to how many? 20 kilograms. And in 20 kilograms, you will have been sorted out, your planting expenses is sorted out.
Hope you are listening very well. I hope you are watching very well. I'm with the director, Mr. Ambrose from Faith Agro Inputs. These are the people who distributes different variety of seeds, be it maize, be it cabbage, be it onions, be it watermelon. So he's trying to tell us how can we get profits. You know, we farmers, we always get losses. We always have losses. People are getting tired of farming because of losses. He is trying to tell us the procedures and the laws that we should follow when planting or when doing maize farming. We are introducing a very good variety of maize, that is DKC 9089 and DKC 777. He's trying to tell us, I'm seeing here, Mr. Ambrose, true, you're having one seed per hole. Well, we are having 4, actually 2 to 3 to 4 cobs per one plant. I want to tell us, those who planted 2 seeds in one hole, how can those plants, like, how many cobs can we get to those who planted the 2 seeds?
If you planted 2 seeds per hole, you will end up getting 2 cobs. If you planted 1 seed, you will end up on average between 4, 3, 2 cobs. So you find that with 1 seed, you are better off. And even with 1 seed, you are much better, you are much guaranteed better yields than opposed to somebody who has probably done 3 or 2 seeds. Now, why are we discouraging the 2 seeds? In most cases, we are talking about, we are trying to encourage our farmers to be able to save on the amount of inputs as in terms of seed they put in their garden. Then number 2, we are also trying to forecast the amount of rainfall each grower receives. Remember, in Uganda, we are doing a rain-fed crop. Now, with a rain-fed crop, you are not guaranteed of usage of nutrient or total utilization of nutrients in the soil if you planted so many seeds. Therefore, the best method, as you can see here, as demonstrated here, is 1 seed at a spacing of 30 by 90 centimeters or 1 by 3 feet. Now, from there we go to how do we feed this crop up to this level. Now, when we are planting, we use, there is a fertilizer called Yaramira Power. Is a kind of NPK specially formulated to be able to provide the nutritional needs for the young maize from seed up to somewhere around 8 weeks. And the advantage with the Yaramira Power, for those farmers who have tried it, or those ones who are on the verge of giving up farming, is with the Yaramira Power you use once and you may not need to top dress.
Let's assume we are having a farmer, he was able to get that money to buy this good variety, these seeds. Then he has no that money of buying the Yaramira, the fertilizer, the good fertilizers you're talking about. Can he or she get at least, or is there any alternative he can use to get the same?
You know, now, as I said earlier, as Faith Agro Inputs, we are trying to see on ways on how we can simplify, how we can break down this science in a simple language that a farmer can understand. Now, with the Yaramira, initially, we've been using DAP, NPK, and urea. 3 sets of fertilizers. And today, when you go to the market, When you buy, remember each acre needs one bag, that is 50 kilograms. On average today, the bag of the fertilizer is 200,000. That means right from an acre, a farmer will incur almost 600,000 on fertilizers alone. Yeah? So we are cutting that into not less than half by saying you only need the 200 so that it takes you through your maize, through up to harvesting. Now, how do we go about it? Now, when you apply one bottle top, either mineral water or rock boom or plastic soda, one bottle top per hole.
Before?
During planting, you see, you dig the hole.
You
can
power.
dig the hole. You can dig the hole like, let's say, a day or a week before you plant. Now you first dig the hole, allow the hole to ferment very well, to acclimatize with the conditions around the plant.
Yeah.
Then when you are planting, get two people, one with the fertilizer and another one with the seed. Now the person with the fertilizer, his work is to pour fertilizer in each hole. Now the other one with the seed is to site where he has put fertilizer, to cover with some little soil, and then put one seed and cover. Simple. You need only 3 people to plant an acre. You see, remember our objective.
After powering there, the fertilizers, someone scouting there, he covers
with some
little soils
and put one seed and then covers, and he proceeds.
Don't you think that this spacing is too big, Ambrose?
The spacing is not big. Remember, DK variety mazes are short. When you count the number of leaves, they are shorter. Yeah? And when you look at the cob placement, is slightly shorter. So this is a short variety. So the reason why we put enough space is to ensure that these leaves can capture enough sunlight. And when you look at the pattern of the leaves, they are like this, yet like they are not like this. They are taking one pattern. The pattern is the sun rays direction. The sun raises here and sets the other side. So that is how it is coping. And you know, after it has produced the maize, it changes, it shifts. Yeah? The shifting is towards exactly accessing sunlight. When you look at here, these leaves here, they are facing the other side. After coping, they change. Yeah? In science, we call it autotropism. Normally, the leaves tend to bend towards the light. And it is the light that now impacts that photosynthesis energy that now breaks down into what? Into food.
Ambrose,
yes.
Depending on what I'm seeing, well, what you're telling us, that is the fact. But depending, or according to our farmers, the maize growers, you know, the land is always expensive. People, they want to get a lot of money from their sweat. When I look at this spacing, well, you have explained, but this, what is the spacing here, first of all?
This is 3 feet.
But 3 feet is too much, Ambrose.
Now, my friend, remember
we are putting only one seed per hole. I agree. Per hole, one. You see, you can see this is one, this is one, this is one, this is one. But this is a load. This is a big space, Ambrose. I prefer, or I would suggest, that maybe it should be something like 2. Since we are planting one seed, at least it should be 2 feet. Then here, by 1 feet.
Just to cut you short, I've also done the same demonstration the other side, whereby where we've put the 2 feet, it has actually given us 1 cob. So the essence here is to help the farmer be able to save in terms of seed and then maximize on the output. Today we are not concerned about how many grains you are squeezing here. And I think you are still promoting that narrative of seed vendors who are telling you use 10 kilograms
per acre.
And here we are talking of 6 kilograms
per acre.
You use 6 kilograms per acre and you get more yield. Actually, you triple the yield of somebody who has used what? who has used 10 kilos. So we shall, as we move, we shall be able to see where we put a spacing of 1 by 60. You realize that it's only giving us 1 cob as opposed to the 3 cobs. Yeah? So you are sacrificing 2 big cobs, yeah, and spending more seed.
You plant, you squeeze them, you get 1 cob
You get
per
1
plant.
cob per
You
plant.
don't squeeze them, you can
get
get
3.
I want to show you, our dear viewers, you see what he's trying to tell us, that once you squeeze them, this is 3 feet.
And that is 1.
This is 1 feet. 3, but we are planting only 1 seed per hole. When you plant 1 seed per hole, you'll get something like this.
2.
You're seeing, we are having this cob, we are having this cob. We are having this cob, we are having this cob. It was bringing a 3rd one. We are having this cob, we are having, this one gave us 1, maybe accidentally. You never know. We are having this, we are having seed. So that means when you don't squeeze, of course you can get good yields. Ambrose, as we wind up.
So as we wind up, we were still discussing about the spacing and how best can we help our growers. Remember, when we are talking about maize, just like any other crop, maize is equally prone to attack by insect pests, more especially the fall armyworm. And today, because of now when you look at this crop, we planted outside the normal planting season. The normal planting season.
That is rainy season.
The percentage, and remember this area has been very dry. Has been very dry. We have a chemical, a foliar fertilizer called BMO.
I know it.
And BMO has been very instrumental on this maize variety. Remember, with BMO, when you spray once, it offers you a crop a protection for a period of 4 weeks. And I've said this maize is, if I counted the number of weeks it has gone up to this stage, it's around 10 weeks. It
10 weeks, 10 weeks, those are 3 months.
Not yet 3 months.
Not yet 3 months. Those are 2 months, 2 weeks.
2 months, 2 weeks. So we still have an extra period. And I want you to observe closely. Where we have 1 by 3, we have 2 cobs. Now when we reach areas where we planted 1 by 2,
we are having 1 cob.
it has given us what?
1 cob. Sure.
Yeah? So you realize however much you squeeze, but it is at the expense of 2 extra cobs. So at the end of the day, it is the narrative most farmers have been going by. Yeah? You want to exploit the 10 kilograms of seed, but you end up being tempted to over squeeze your maize, and then you end up with what? With 1 cob. So we call upon our farmers to adhere to 1 seed, 1 seed per hole at a spacing of 3 by 1.
3 feet now, by 1 feet.
Yes, when you look at here now, it is 1 by 2. It is
1
seed. Here he has tried to emulate the second one because it's at the edge.
Inside,
the rest of the production inside, it has religiously given us 1 cob. Now, here is a situation whereby a farmer will end up with 15 bags.
The same.
Now, yes. No, he'll end up
actually
with 15
not the same,
bags
because we are having
acre
3 cobs the other side.
At the expense of 35 bags. Remember, the other side we are having 3 cobs.
At times 4.
At times 4. Here we are having 1. Same variety. But the only mistake that was done here, the spacing was a bit
squeeze.
Yeah? You squeezed on by 1 feet and it has costed you 2 cobs. So that's why a normal farmer will end up with the 15 bags here, and down there he'll get the what? The 35 to 40 bags.
I can understand.
So, and it is the language, is the narrative we are trying to encourage our growers. Yeah?
Yes.
There is no need to rush. There is no need to rush to impress the seed companies. There is no need to enrich the seed companies. Be careful, be attentive, and produce in the best way possible to ensure that you optimize. You know, in English talk of optimize, get the optimum, the highest yield expected. before you enter the market. And now, why should a grower look for DK? This is strange but true. With the DK, of recent we've had challenges of maize being intercepted at the border, all that kind of funny stuff. Now, what we as Faith do is to ensure that we give our farmers products that are passport free. This DK is grown in Kenya, it's grown in Tanzania, it's grown in Zambia, it's grown in South Africa,
Burundi.
Congo and Burundi, they don't have measures per se, but in Kenya, Tanzania, they are so particular. They want a certain color of the grain, they want a certain stature, certain flint quality, and above all is the flour extraction. More especially, the reason why most farmers are looking for DK 777 is the flour extraction. With the DK 777, 100 kilos of maize will give you 70 kilograms of number one posho flour, as opposed to other varieties whereby they'll give you 45. So imagine 45, you lose 25 kilograms of maize, 25 kilograms of posho. So the ratio of posho, grade 1 posho, for ratio for flour to bran is the 70 to 30. Other varieties is 55 to 45. So the other side, you'll find that you'll get more of bran and less of what? Maize. Unless you are planting for the animal feeds. But if you are planting for millers, and that is the reason why everybody everywhere now is crying for DK 777, DK 777.
Ambrose, as we summarize,
The millers have realized
there is some good question I want to ask you, Ambrose.
Yes,
thank you so much. Hope you've got whatever he has said, whatever he has taught us. There are some people who do maize farming for animals, but not cutting these greens, but they leave this maize to grow up very well. Then after they harvest this very maize, then they start milling this. Can the other method of planting 3 feet by 1 work for them, or they can just plant the way they want?
You see, now the idea is, where do you get more tonnages per acre? Where do you get more units in one specific area?
It is the other 1 by 3.
It is 1 by 3. So whether you are using for silage, you're using for animal feed in form of brokerage, but now under DK varieties, there are 4 varieties. There is DK 8031, there is DK 8033, there is DK 9089, which is there. There is DK 777,
which
where
is
we are
here.
standing exactly. Yeah? You know, with the DK and with Faith Agro has variety for every farmer. And remember, the number one quality characteristics of DK maize is a drought tolerant.
Sure.
Very quick maturing. Highlight the word very quick maturing. And I wonder if in English there is something like very quick. I don't know, I'm yet to understand that. But
I will let you know tomorrow.
That is the condition. Because if you look at this kind of maize, it is barely 3 months old. But if you are, let's say, planting for fresh market, you are able to start earning your money. You can go to the bank and the bank manager will approve your loan, because you already have collateral. In a day or 2 times, you'll be having your money.
Okay.
So therefore, we call upon our farmers to embrace Faith Agro inputs. As I said earlier, if you are impressed with this kind of information and you need to learn more, let's meet on WhatsApp at +256
715
751
+256 751 93 84 89.
So you are very much welcome. Any critic, any learning platform will be more than very available to guide you and help to ensure that at least you earn a decent life in farming. As Faith, we are here to break down farming terminologies, science, in a language that a peasant farmer can be able to understand. We are here to ensure that the farmer does not struggle going to the market.
Hope you've heard very well. Thank you so much for watching the Farm Chief YouTube channel here at the Farm Chief College. My name is Dipatoka Terega, the Farm Chief. Hope you've get that knowledge. It's better, it's good to do maize farming. It is 3 by 1 feet to gain a lot. If you don't do what we have told you, of course you will end up making loss. My name is Dipatoka Terega, the Farm Chief. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe if you've not yet subscribed, and just click on that notification bell to get whatever you need. How are you?